Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. Today I wanted to talk about duration neglect. And this concept comes from a book called Thinking Fast and Slow. It was written by Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize winning economist. And the concept of duration neglect is really this idea that we assess experiences in life based on the end cap moment, right? Something that happens as a crescendo, whether it be failure or it be a prize at the end of the rainbow, or something that is either joyous or not, but it is the end cap, it is near the end of the experience, as opposed to paying attention to those things that happen all the way through. In his words, duration weighted, right? So you don't take this moment in time as a defining factor for the way you might feel about an experience, or a defining factor about who you are as a person and or a professional based on this one moment in time. A lot of us are very, very guilty of thinking about the one moment in time on the heels of a very long trip or a long journey or a long experience, and taking that and making that the entire encapsulation of the event itself. We do that in business. We do that in our life. We do that in different contexts and circumstances. The better version, according to Kahneman, is to take a duration weighted approach to putting all of those experiences together, across thinking back across everything that you went through to get to this particular moment, this crescendo moment, if you will. Hey, I learned a ton. I may have failed at this particular thing, but I learned a ton about how I need to show up in the world as it relates to this thing, whether it be a job or it be a community, a volunteer thing, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You take that entire time frame and use that as the definition for what the outcome is. In other words, in that circumstance, you learned a ton and you can take that away. Maybe you did fail. Maybe you did. The outcome was short of what you really wanted to get out of a particular experience, but you learned so much that you can make application of later to make experiences or outcomes benefit you in the way that you want them to. So his encouragement, and by extension, my encouragement to you, is stop thinking about moments in time, no matter what the circumstance. Stop thinking about those moments in time where those things happen to you, or those decisions that you make that don't produce the outcomes that you want to produce, and think about rather a very long timeline as it relates to everything that you did leading up to this moment where you had an end cap to the experience. Think about it over a long term. Duration weighted, in Kahneman's words, and walk through life that way. It's a whole lot less like, for those people who are listening, like I'm shaking my finger up and down, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. It's a lot more sort of straight line, a lot less chaos and discord in your life. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.